Hey YouTube, it's the Pro Meat Atheist. I'm making kind of a third installment of my Pro Meat eating campaign, and I am going to be talking about this video that recently the user Mr. Ipsion made a comment on, but I wanted to make my own comments on this particular person's stance in life. I'm going to show clips, I'm going to give you the link to her video, and kind of why she needs to get out of her attitude about this is the 21st century, we need to, move on. And she's kind of, though she's like edited her description of her video, said, I don't feel like I'm above you people, she definitely acts it. She definitely seems to put herself in a higher standing because she is a vegan rather than a meat consumer. So watch a little bit of her video and I'm going to make a comment on it.
Hi viewers, my name is Claire Wu and I'm a vegan, and today I just wanted to make a really quick video about how I know sometimes, even me, I feel like I'm a vegan living in a non-vegan world, which I am. But, sometimes it feels like there's no hope, how is everyone going to wake up and realize that they should go vegan? Well, today I just want to make a video about not giving up, about always persevering and persisting, because, if you're a vegan already, then you'll know, like, we're the ones who are right. We're the ones who are living in a morally justifiable way, and all our choices are morally justifiable, so...
No! 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 No!
And no, my comment to this part of her film is no. Just no. Primarily no, because just because you think you're right does not mean that you are right. The world does not need to wake up, because most of the world lives in third world countries. A good part of the world lives in China. These places have little to no access to pure plant-based food sources. A quote that I had made in my first video of pro-meat consumption, I made from a textbook from my animal science class, and most of the world has most of any area that suitable to grow plants on is not suitable for cultivated crops. It's not suitable for us to grow plants that we need to live. We can't digest grass. We have a omnivore digestive tract. There is no way for us to digest fiber. It is a long molecule that we can't break down. That's why they make you eat fiber if you're constipated, because it's a huge long molecule that strips through your gut and rips things out of your gut, and it's you can't digest it. So feeding grasses and grains to pigs and cattle and sheep and stuff, they can digest it. Not pigs. Pigs are more omnivores than sheep or cattle, but sheep, cattle, horses, bunnies, they can digest those things because they have a stomach to do so. Ruminant animals like cattle and sheep have a four-chambered stomach, and that four-chambered stomach and all the bacteria that live in their gut help break down those long strings of bacteria, or not bacteria, long strains of molecules that consist of fiber. Animals like horses and rabbits and koalas too have organ, part of their digestive tract, that's called a cecum. It's at the end of the large intestine, just before the colon, and fiber gets shoved up inside of it throughout the day during grazing, and the bacteria that's built up in there basically breaks it all down. And what they do is they shit it out and re-eat it. Bunnies do it all the time. Koalas do it all the time. They eat their own scat because it's got broken down fiber, and now they can reabsorb it into their own body. We don't have that. There is a theory from some anthropologists and biologists that maybe our appendix was once a sea cup. Back when in our early ancestors, before they diverged from the trees or whatnot. There's no evidence of it, but it is a theory. But we need meat. Just because, we can, live off of a ton of plants doesn't mean we should. There's too much land that we can't use. We've got over 7 billion people on this planet. You cannot sustain them all on plants. There's not enough land to do this on. I mean, you have these wide open pastures, especially where I live. Most of the land where we can't grow wheat or lentil beans, they have cows, shit tons of cows out there, because you can't grow any land, or you can't grow any plants on these bad lands. They're mostly old volcanic rock that you can only grow short-rooted plants on. So the world does not need to wake up, as she says. The world is woken up. We understand that we cannot grow cultivated crops on a lot of land. There's no way without disturbing, the ecosystem. Unless you want to go out into the middle of the scab lands and start digging shit up, it's going to cost shit tons of money. You're going to mess up tons of ecosystems, and you're going to, fuck up some species. But there's, the best way to provide plenty of food for the world is through animal products. And I don't understand why she doesn't get this.
Sometimes, especially at school, well, not especially at school, but even just at school, sometimes it feels like we're the only vegan there, but I just wanted to say to all the other vegans in the world, just please keep educating people. Please keep being vegan. Please talk to your families, your friends, everyone around you. Start up a vegan stall. Like, I have a friend, she recently moved out of Auckland, which is where I am in New Zealand, and she's gone to another part of New Zealand, and she's basically, she thinks she's the only vegan there, and she was actually going to start up a vegan group. So if that's you, if you're literally the only vegan in your area, then start up a vegan group, and I'm sure you'll find at least one other vegan. Then you can start promoting veganism. Do a street stall, do a school stall. I've said this before, and it's really easy. I mean, I do a stall at my school. There are other people who do stalls on Queen Street, which is the main road in Auckland. And, it's really great. It's a great way to promote veganism. And it's a great way to get the word out there and to make people realize that veganism is the next step in evolution for humans, pretty much, because we have to realize that we have to live in a peaceful way if we want the world to continue, if we want the human race to continue. So
how is it not peaceful way of living, or how is it a not peaceful way of living, if I get my grammar correct, to consume meat? I don't think wars get started over consuming or not consuming meat. Wars these days are about religion or other ridiculously stupid shit. Just because someone eats meat, I don't think I've ever heard of a war being started because someone consumes meat or another person doesn't. So how is it a violent way of living? Peace is not going to be obtained by everyone being vegan. As I said before, it is impossible on this planet to make everyone vegan. It is ecologically and economically impossible. So there is no way to do it, let alone how is it going to make anything more peaceful? Because I go out and eat a steak at Applebee's or some shit place like that. I'm not starting a war. I'm not being violent. I know my steak probably came from the hindquarters of some cow, but that animal was specifically bred, specifically chosen, and cultivated, and made to be consumed. There is no violence in the action of eating meat. So I don't know where she gets this idea where, it's not peaceful. And then eating meat's not going to end the human race. There's several theories as to how humans went from being chimp-like, with our way lost ancestor, to now. Well, I shouldn't say lost ancestor. We know all of our ancestors. So, our past ancestor that started becoming bipedal, or bipedal, if I can talk. But, I mean, one of the theories is we started eating meat. And that's what started our brains to get bigger, and what it made us, become bipedal so that we could hunt animals. The great advancement of being bipedal is to hunt. There's a movie I believe I watched. It's either one of my one of my anthropology classes or biology classes, where being bipedal and the way our bodies are built, we can out stamina a lot of animals. Like cheetahs, they can only go really fast for a very short time. Well, if we're hunting down, antelopes in the deserts of Africa, we can, jog after them for long periods of time. But, I mean, it's not going to end the human race if we continue to consume meat. If anything, consuming meat was one of the leading factors what caused us to be the great organisms that we are today. How a lot of amino acids are needed for our body, and you don't get very many amino acids from plants. You have to consume a lot of soy to make up for, an 8-ounce steak. And you need amino acids for everything. I mean, your muscles, as flabby as mine are made up of amino acids and everything else. And it's more, economical to eat meat because it's cheaper than a vegan diet. Have you looked at the cost of a vegan diet? And if you know any basic economics, the more something goes in demand, the higher prices that it's going to be. So if everyone starts becoming vegan food's going to become extremely expensive. So it's going to be even harder for newcomers to become vegan because it's going to become extremely expensive. I mean, it's just basic, common knowledge that this girl seems to lack. And it's slightly aggravating at the same time. Now, I'm not going to go on with the rest of the film because I have a limit to how much I can upload on YouTube, and I think I'm running on my last kind of minute here. But she just goes on and on and on about her being right and veganism being right and how it's so easy to become vegan. I'm just saying no. I'm going to link her video in the bottom, and I hope I've educated someone. At least, I mean, she may not be educated, but she seems to be an ignorant little ass fuck, so we'll see. As far as her comment, we're going to be vegans in a vegan world, and she wants to live to see it. No, this world will never become pure vegan. It is impossible, ecologically and economically. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.